Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our legendary MTU Dojo campaign. We'll pick things up for episode 7 from turn 31 in the harvest season of 196. So, as we are approaching 197, and we're going to have access to the Emperor, Imperial Favors, and also the ability to use the Emperor's Imperial Favors to push for deals, we're getting closer to potentially grabbing Sun Ce. But right now, it's kind of far away because they just don't like us. So we're going to hold off on that. And in the meantime, our daughter is single, and I'm thinking we grab Liu Yan's son. We take Liu Zhang because his faction's actually in danger. They're not at any wars right now, but Wu Tugu is getting very strong here, and there could be a potential of them getting wiped. And also, it's nice to collect all the unique characters. We can play around with Ceasefire, so let's push through the deal. We also have 100 points of intimidation, which is why we kind of want to use the points rather than waste them. Our food has returned to normal because the scheme has ended, so we can cancel that and maybe even trade one food away, depending on how much we can get for it. Wow, 2.5. Okay. It's probably like 201. Yep, it's 201. Alright, push this deal through, and we would have to spend a little bit of money to cancel it. Divorce is always a requirement. Sun Ce is who we want in the future. Alright, so we grabbed a new character. So let's actually take a look at all the characters we have, because we have picked up a few new characters over here with... Actually, I'm wondering what character is her name. Lu Zheng. Okay, Lu Zheng. Alright. What are we gonna do with her? I think we're gonna go for these unique skills and then go for resourcefulness. So I think we'll come to judgment, get some extra damage for the retinues. It's fine. We also picked up a few new generals. In particular, Yan Yu is new. I don't think he got any new skills. He did not. We also picked up Hua Lanli's daughter, Ma Yunlu, who is like the fictional wife of Zhao Yun. It's fiction. It's fan fiction from a very popular fan fiction novel. But anyways, she has decked out in weapons and armors. Hidden Flow is her sword. Damage is actually quite poor. Attack rate's decent. A little bit higher than the standard dual weapon attack rate. 14 expertise, 5 resolve, fatigue resistance for her. Pretty average actually. Armor wise, we get some speed boost, not so high in terms of armor. Stat is also not that great. Her bow, 1.2k base. So she got a little extra base damage and a little less armor piercing damage, but a lot more range. And a little bit more stats. So that's actually pretty good. The bow is fine. Mother's bow shall forever protect the daughter. Ah. I mean, the mom has her own bow. Right. And let's look at her bonuses. Princess Tun Huang. So Tun Huang is a location. Now obviously Tun Huang is not important during the Three Kingdoms period. It's a place in Gansu. Tun Huang Shiku. It's a very famous site today. You can go check it out. I think it was constructed during the North-South dynasties, before the Tang Dynasty period. It's a very expansive cave network carved into a cliff in the mountains, and inside these cliffs are stored cave paintings, are stored books, mainly Buddhist texts. Buddhism was getting into China very big, starting out during the Han Dynasty, but it really rose during the North-South dynasties into the Tang Dynasty. And the cool thing about these caves is they got sealed. This is in a desert environment in Gansu in the northwest, and it wasn't discovered until the recent centuries. And basically you had this huge preserved collection of books, cave paintings, statues from thousands of years ago. And it's a tourist site today, as a lot of the cave paintings getting restored. Now, obviously, some of the Tun Huang artifacts was sold off during the early periods when it was getting discovered, but I think a lot of it has been recovered. But just a very nice location, but obviously kind of meaningless to the time period now. So the name is kind of not really applicable for her, but she is born in that location, I guess, in this fictional world. So let's go with that. Maybe that's her title in the fanfiction. I have not read the fanfiction, so I don't know. But give faction-wide fatigue resistance, 7% retinue upkeep. Okay, she's never getting into the leadership roles. Skills. Vigor of a warrior. Stackable damage increase. And attack rate increase. Immune to fatigue at max tier. Maybe we give her a better weapon? I mean, at least it's armor piercing damage, which is what her weapon has, so I guess there's some synergies there. But yeah, not the strongest. Double sword dance, it's a melee attack. Deal splash damage and reduce enemy melee. That's actually pretty good. People of the horse. Ah, I think we saw this on the mom, right? So if you're charging, you're invincible and you get speed, which is pretty good actually. So imagine you're getting chased down by enemy cavalry and you click a charging target somewhere else as you're running away. You build up speed and you can't get hurt for 8 seconds. So, but this activates every time you click charge. So you can't have charged the target before this or else the cooldown will be on, but still pretty neat. And we also picked up Ziling, who did not get any new skills. Now, about Hua Xin. So we talked about Hua Xin picking up the poison chalice, and I was confused who he actually poisoned. Apparently, he poisoned Empress Fu, who is the empress for the emperor, Liu Xie, after concubine Dong died. So right before Cao Cao married his daughter to the emperor, there was an empress before that, and it was Empress Fu. And he worked for Cao Cao after working for Sun Ce. Hua Xin has a very long life, so I thought, you know, he has his own faction in the game, right? He worked under Liu Yao. He was in Yuzhang as a administrator for the commandery. Then Sun Ce wiped out Liu Yao. He joined Sun Ce, and then apparently the imperial court summoned him back to the capital. So he worked for Cao Cao, and while working for Cao Cao, Cao Cao asked him to go poison the empress, because the empress apparently did something wrong, right? Or they found something to say that she did something wrong, and he was supposedly the one who you know, brought this poison drink to her. So I guess this is a reference to that. But yeah, not a super noteworthy character, but I guess he did do that. Alright, that's our court. I don't think Liu Zhang picked up any new ability except for the ceasefire, which he already has. Brought us some items though, thank you. We can remove them. Might let him keep his sword, because he's going to be a little bit unhappy. Alright. We also need to get this army to here. Maybe on March. Can we land? Okay, we can land. So the goal is to convert this over, militarize it, and also then proceed to wipe them out. As for elsewhere, we're gonna pull away from the rebel because we want them to potentially spawn another general with a gold follower. That would be crazy. Dong Zhuo's forces here are healing up, preparing to fight against the world, and it seems like Liu Zhang did go back to war with us, pulled in by another faction, I think. But regardless, we'll be defending in Hangu Pass first, and then retaking Luoyang, retaking Hulao Pass, and then we'll defend here instead. Now, Hangu Pass is actually really strong historically, being placed on the path between the two capitals, as it's usually called, Liangjing Zhidao, so basically the road between two capitals. It's developed during the Qin Dynasty, actually. The Qin Dynasty built this path. I think at the narrowest point in this path, only one chariot can fit through it, like that's the width. So the term 一夫当关, 万夫莫开, so like one person guarding a pass, 10,000 cannot get through, comes from the name of this path. And also historically, the most famous battle that will take place in this path would be the united coalition of the Five Kingdoms attacking Qin, also during the Warring State period. I think the Five Kingdoms were definitely Zhao. I think they're the one who started it. Zhao, Han, Wei, Chu, Yan. I think those are the Five Kingdoms that united into a coalition to attack them. Although I think Chu and Yan didn't really care and didn't really fight that much at the pass, which ultimately led to the coalition's defeat against the single kingdom of Qin. Because the pass is such a great natural defensive structure that it's pretty much impossible to siege it during those days with the technology they had, and it really helped protect the Qin kingdom as it grew slowly. And we're pretty much doing the same thing actually. So anyways, that is all the characters we need to take a look at. Although the items, someone suggested that since I do have my daughter in this army here, I end up giving her the bow, which I definitely can. It will actually put her satisfaction in a pretty dangerous spot, so we're gonna give her this as well, even though the set bonuses are just all wasted. But they're pretty much, ooh, they fixed one thing in the MTU patch. They gave back Tactician's design to the robe of the Omen Maker, instead of both being on Shizie's armor. Wait, but the bonuses change. They're both melee evasion now. They're both tacticians, so they gave alternates. Ah, so you can do both now. They didn't change, okay. So the other bonus is obviously with the Imperial Bow. Maybe they did the same thing for Imperial Bow. So they kept the bonus on Shixie, but also returned the bonus to the old set. That's actually quite nice. Alright, so we also have these awesome Faller items. We're going to give her this that boosts all the stats. The set bonus is not that good. We also don't have a Book of Mountain Sea, but if we do, she could definitely use it. It's a good movement and it gives a little bit of cunning. But right now, just 24 points of stats for our daughter, the successful girl. We also have this prefect who we can give to one of the administrators, as it gives 10% to all income sources. Right now he has something very similar, so I think Guo Si will be the one to get this. There we go. And item wise we're all set as well. I think we pulled all the armies where we want. We want a lower tax rate. We don't want the emperor to think that we're mistreating the commanderies, even though we really are. But we had a food issue, so we had to do that. We have a reserve issue, but that's due to the fact that I don't have any reserves because I'm losing it all here through this. So I guess I could cancel it and allow the reserve to balance itself back, because we're losing huge chunks of population and that's really not worth it. So we can find her something else to do instead. And money-wise, I don't think we're going to upgrade many places. There's just not a lot of things we can do. I have 11k. I do want to build out a full army again. I am also thinking pulling Zhang Liao out of this army soon, because our daughter is coming of age very, very soon. And then Zhang Liao can lead a defensive force, maybe at Wu Pass instead. Or maybe at the trade port, which seems to be the target that most people go after. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we need to do. There's a spy. She's holding off on points. She's the heir, so we could eventually kill Wang Quan, become the leader, and hopefully be able to grab the wife. We are the daughter. We need to do discredit faction first. That can happen next turn. And there's no other suitable spies that I want to save the slot, so I'm not going to touch any of them. Anything we can do here? Nope. Alright, let's just save the money, because we are planning to build out some armies. And looking at satisfaction, I don't think we're going to have any satisfaction issues going forward. Not even, well, Undine has military crackdown, so yeah, we're gonna keep this group here to take care of it. None of the generals are, you know, high priority for us, so let's continue here. Okay, the bandits are piecing out. We need to go kill them. Fu Wan died. Faction wiped, actually. Lu Ji comes of age. We have a new son. We have a new grandson. And Yuan Shu declares his intentions. Go for it. So, let's see our family tree real quick. There's one thing that I noticed. Okay, so we got ourselves a vanguard here. And they got a commander. Because before, all the kids were like strategists. But I guess that's been fixed. Pass. 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 Zhuo Xuan. I think he's the uncle that helped raise Zhuge Liang. But I could be wrong there. Alright, we'll get there next turn. I think I can even recall Zhang Liao now. Because we know that the daughter's taking over. Did they get any? They didn't get any new generals, but we're gonna leave them alone. He's making the little passage here in Hedong, land, get down, and then land into Jingzhou. Good luck to him. Alright, we're healing. We're gonna send the army, retake this. I hope he converts this. If he does, I mean, I'm gonna let him build it up a little bit. We'll defend here for a little bit, then retake both of these. Yeah, we'll focus on building things. There is the problem that we don't have enough intimidation points. Because we dip below and I don't have a rebel to fight right now. Because everywhere looks good. Yeah, negative 70 something. We're losing over 75. I think we lose one Imperial favor. Yes, we're not losing that much. We're also gaining a couple per turn from this, so it should be fine. I don't expect us to be super low. I don't expect us to be 100, but I don't expect us to be super low. Deng Ningqin. So this is another one of those vassal heirs we picked up. I think we can just fire her. Thank you for the bow, which we can take a look. Yeah, they redid this to give it back to the Robe of the Omen Makers, which is great. She's getting fired. I could also execute her. Feng Shuo. I could use him for assignment rather than Li Ru. They can do the same thing. And then he wouldn't have lack of purpose anymore. So let's set that up. Although the problem would be we'll be pretty sad for one turn. Oh, I can set him up in a different place, right? He doesn't have to be there. There we go. You can work in Undine instead. Now we're not doing the other assignment anymore, because so our reserve can bounce back. And on top of that, the army needs a couple more turns, 3 more turns. Yeah, replenishment's really low for us right now. She's on assignment with the item, still unhappy. I'm gonna fire her. Okay, if that's the case, we're gonna say goodbye to a few of them. Go back to your husband. Yeah, we're gonna release her from service. Basically, these are the 2 heirs that we grabbed from the Han Empire. No one has items, right? Okay. And don't worry, just because we canceled one doesn't mean we have no one. Hua Xin is actually a little bit too low level, so we're going to have him come here and work on that. And I think... Can you work well with Zhang Liao? No, you can't, so I'm going to recall you. And have Zhang Liao sit there. And let them bounce back. Okay, the rest of the money we're probably just spending on buildings if we can. How did we get a damaged building? Huh. It's a little scary. Like, do we actually have a spy in our faction? Come on, turn on your... not turning on your faction. Okay, then we might have to go with plan B. Assassinate leader. 4 turns, yeah. Because then he will lose his authority. Maybe death of a husband, be death of a friend. That will dip her points even more. And then maybe we'll grab her. No one wants to turn. It's just like they're so low. Are they all so loyal? We can save up enough points for another one. Obviously that could also work. We'll be at 25 points next turn. We'll be at 40 points. We'll be a little short. We need to wait 2 turns, but we'll see. No progress here against Wang Quan's faction. And we pretty much moved our armies. Let's hope he gets another person added to him, and let's continue for now. Ma Teng has declared war against us. Zhang Liao has something to do first. Wow, a lot of wars this turn. Anyways, we're looking at this army. We're hoping to capture him. Fugan's actually not that bad either, historically, but in-game, not that great. So I think naturally from here, they will attack. I don't know where. The road is not that clear. There's no good road actually coming out of Wudu. Like there's a river system here. There's a small road here, so I guess they can attack the silk. So our response force will be built here. Let's send the husband. Should we send the family back at him? Alright, the son doesn't get along with anyone, so we'll let the son who doesn't get along with the dad destroy the dad. And in terms of our strategist, seems like he actually gets along with Yan Xiang, which is great. And who else do we want to add into this group? The bandit, perhaps? Yeah, we actually need a champion. We'll give them a force at the end of the turn. They're coming back. They're not picking up new generals, but that's fine. We'll give them one more turn. If they still don't do much, we'll kill them. Guosi is not even using the set bonus, so we want a better weapon for him. Yeah, take that. No one's marching up. He's also not building up. Alright, what units do we want to give them? Oh, you're the administrator. Pick up food. Do we want to go Juggernauts? We can, because we do have a champion in this army, but it's just going to be pricey. This is gonna put a dent to our income for sure. But it's gonna help us in diplomacy. That much is for sure. Who's using the current... so we want to take this away from him. Because that retinue is that army is no longer expensive. So I want to give him something else. Ma Chao can switch to that actually, because Ma Chao's unhappy. Plus 5% armor for own retinue. Not really useful. 3% replenishment for own retinue. Range damage. Maybe I just take it away from him. He'll be fine. And then we'll shift it to them next turn. Oh, 5,000, which we don't have. Oh, he's willing to turn already. This is an income problem. I might cancel those two passes. I know it's kind of like on and off again, but that seems to be the situation here. Just to be safe. Okay, it's plus 5 defense, so we can definitely do this. He's a 9. I'd rather pick him up than him. He's not willing. Interesting. Misjudged it. I guess he's loyal? That's my guess. Yep. Oh well, it was worth a try. And 9 points, it's gonna be pretty easy to grab him, I think. He just needs to level up once or something like that and we'll be fine. Alright, we're not going full income here, but I think we're still gonna do some income. We're gonna build the most expensive building, because we still have that discount this turn. Alright, time for the Emperor to come of age. Yamba, who signs a peace deal with Wang La. Tao Tian dies of old age, okay. The young Emperor comes of age. And Liu Bei and Cao Cao are teaming up to hit our pass with no siege weapons. He's not bringing anyone new, so he's time to die. We can get our intimidation back up. Finally over 70. Have a lot of fun things to do this turn. Oh, set item versus these are so good. Both are so good. Too bad we can only get one. Yeah, let's slow them down a little. Chengpu. Why do I want to track him? See, he's heir right now, so giving him a good trait might benefit us a lot. So temperamental will go away, so we get 3 public order back. I feel like he's going to be super loyal, so instead we'll go this way. We have negative income. Great. A little bit better. because we lost the 200% income boost and from the industry, and we also lowered our taxes. Ooh, a thief. Little bit far off from the tree, and also not the greatest traits. A lot of perceptive patient generals this time. We have a bunch too, so it's not like we need one. Book of Mountain and Sea. What do you know? Yeah, 10% campaign movement range, satisfaction. It does about the same thing. We can give the bow to someone else. I mean, he's using a bow. He's using a useless title too. Let's make him sad a little bit. Not that sad. Do I want him to take the bow? Do I have anyone else who can take the bow? The whole family has bows. Yeah, he doesn't have bow. We can let him have the bow maybe. He's a burn general. Could use some stats. Take this for now. We'll complete the set. Do we want to go out and strike them one by one? We do have night battle. We can crush Liu Bei's militia army right now. Who has the best capture rate though? 26. Patient here. 31. The movement range is for the whole army, so that's great. 9%. So it's gotta be Luo Jun leading the charge here if we do want to try to capture them. We're not healed. But when they siege us, we're also not going to get that last bit of heal, so we might as well fight them. So I think we will fight them. We are at 100 points, great. Fighting them will lose us points, that's bad. Sun Jian is going to be the enemy of the Han very soon. Liu Bao's also losing points. Okay. Alright, I like the fact that we are staying at 100 and we have the intimidation plus food surplus building us up. We get the corruption, we get the satisfaction, we get diplomatic relations. But we're also poor. See, Hanfu pieced out with us once and then returned to war with us. But we don't mind piecing out again. Especially since our economy is in shambles, he can maybe supplement us a little bit. Okay, that's the most we can get from him. Liu Bei is liking us more and more through these deals apparently. I do want to kill him. See, it's a lot closer now. Ooh, it's even a lot closer with him. The improved relationship with Han factions really helps. Can we? It's worth only 14 points. We can work it slowly. We can do a peace deal first, but we have to pay him. But right now we're not the richest faction, let's just say that. But it's trending in the right direction too. I think we can hold off on this. Yeah, we definitely have a lot more tools on our hand to get things working. Wait, did they put a new army here? What happened to the old group? Anyways, we have 5,000. We're gonna spend it on this. Now, we don't have enough money to summon our... Oh, we do. She has very cheap retinues. So let's take a look at our daughter. Star Seeker, Unbreakable, 18 resolve. Is there no damage stat on this weapon? Hello? Ah, it just wasn't showing. Okay. It's okay. I think it's actually fine because 1.5k armor piercing is actually insane. The base being lower doesn't really matter. 15% extra melee evasion, 7% speed, 5% melee attack rate, extra instinct, 60 base. Okay. I'm not gonna give her anything fancy. Not yet. Starts with Martial Prodigy. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's not forever. Okay, it's 20 seconds. But still, double damage basically. Close double damage, 80% on the armor piercing. So let's see, we're gonna get what 80% 1.5k, so that's 1.2k, 2.7k armor piercing, 1k base. Okay, she hits like a truck. Rage of Luigi, slash damage, increased cooldown of enemy abilities, a little bit of anti-dueling, a little bit of actual smash damage. 10 seconds for the increased 10-second cooldown. Doesn't delay it. Okay, yeah, doesn't delay it that much. Flower on the battlefield. Increased melee evasion for being in combat or duel, up to 20%. For everyone around her too. Wow. And then we have the two-headed dragon passive, which is given to you. It's on us and Lu Bu. So if we're in the same army, if we're in the same range, infinite 100-meter range, infinite duration, we both get 10% extra melee attack rate. All right, this army is going to be great. We're not going to build it out just because we don't have the money to do so. Looking that we're at 100 points of Imperial favor, we're going to bump our tax up so that we don't go bankrupt. Round 2 of Discredit Faction. Okay, her discredit character timed out, but it's fine. We'll use it on her. We'll remember who we use it on. And then next turn we do another discredit character on her. She'll be down to 12 points. Hopefully that works. We're at 0. Oh no, we're at 0 points. We did ourselves in, but that's unfortunate. Maybe they'll give her a position, or else they lose an heir. Yeah, it's always a little bit tricky. Alright, we're gonna continue our way to getting Onyx Dragons. We're 2 away, so we're gonna focus that down. And we definitely don't have money for any sort of income maneuvers. We don't need to boost ourselves, although we could trash talk someone. We can trash talk Sun Jian to drop them to 0, but that might not do much. Liu Bei's situation is also kind of interesting. We're about to fight them, so we'll lose some points and we'll bump it back up with the increased favor. I think that's what we're gonna do. Intimidation's gonna be fine. Yeah. I think we take a fight. Do I want the 5% capture rate, or do I want Dong Zhuo leading with all these bonuses? 2 morale when attacking, 2 morale in enemy territory, minus... no, that doesn't really matter. No, I don't need those morale points. I want the capture rate. Night battle? Oh, they also can't work together, which is interesting. They're not allied in this. We don't see the percentages because obviously we are deemed losing this battle, but that's gonna change. But we can also see the escape champ space because it will kind of be flipped. Close defeat will be probably turned into a hopefully better than close victory, but we'll see what happens. So very low chance on capturing them, I think, but there is a chance, I think. Let's go. Alrighty. So it looks flat, which is good, but they're on a hill. We have siege weapons, so they will charge at us, so that's also fine. We don't have turtle. Oh, we do have turtle. I thought we weren't going to have turtle. But I think the item we give us turtle. No, we didn't give her. We gave him an item, which gives us turtle, right? Or else we wouldn't have turtle because I think she's one level too low. So that was all planned. Not really, but sort of. I think this is fine. Let's babysit our juggernauts. Now they're free from enemy fire and they can still fire themselves. I'm going to tell them to hold. And we're going to protect the flanks with the rest of these. Oh, no fire on these is a little bit disappointing. Alright, we can boost Dad, but also make sure he doesn't use this to kill himself with no melee evasion. It's a huge boost to the entire line. We're pretty low level, so we're gonna count on the misses hitting. Yep. Oh, the militia units. Morale is just doesn't make them feasible. Night battle, under fire, immediately routes. Imagine a Roar of the Beast or something like that. Of course they want a duel. I mean, I think I could take one on. It'd just be really risky. Like, we have these cavalry, we could just run down Guan Yu and Zhang Fei. Feels like they're all coming this way. The trebuchet job is to make sure the militia just doesn't do anything. There's an E archer here too, so that's gonna do some damage. And obviously the hardest opponents would be the melee cavs plus the generals. We would like to rout the generals, because if we start killing the brothers one by one, the buffs will get kind of insane. It'd be kind of hard to kill them. Alright, we're gonna halt for a little bit. We'll wait to hit these again when they get closer. Because I don't mind some frontline units making it to our line here. They got 4 of them, huh? More than I thought. I want to pull them a little bit farther out, so I don't have to worry about the spear helping them out. Oh, they got formations too. Increase armor for them, and then we're charging out to take care of 1 range unit. We can soften that up. Now Zhang Fei we just have to take to about half health. Pull a little bit, pull a little bit. Feels like Zhang Fei is trying to lure us into those spears. We're gonna draw him over. Come back, come back. You can do some chasing here. Ah, here comes our flamethrowers. It's okay. Alright, pull back, pull back. Which one of you are... yeah, take it out. No one's gonna touch us. You can come back. Go after another range units. He's not bouncing back. I'm just gotta make sure of that. We need an opening. Give us some time. Alright, take care of that unit. Break through here. Finish that group off. They bounce back. I'm gonna pull them away. Not a good fight. Oh, but they won. Okay, so now... different story. Guan Yu is just chilling. We'll get it ready to charge at him. Wherever Liu Bei is, I don't really care. Get ready. Wreck him. We did chunk about half of his health though. He's actually routing soon. Okay, don't kill him, don't kill him. Pull away, pull away, pull away. Everyone charge him. Alright, we did it. Alright, see if we capture any of them. Close victory, yeah, it's not that high. 9% extra capture chance. We did catch Liu Bei. We'll let him go. I'm gonna take replenishment even though we're super poor. Just because we're right next to another army and there's more coming behind. Ooh, I don't like his tree. I mean, we probably just want to go this way. Calm down. We don't have movement to fight him actually. Nor do we have movement to go all the way back. I would likely keep him as command just for the better capture chance, because he leveled up too, so we're now looking at slightly higher. 3% more. It's not like he has extra movement, so I guess we're not losing out anything. We're just losing out on one turn of heal. Cao Cao's army, doesn't look that strong. They're also taking off for attrition because he's not allies with Liu Bei, so he's not actually healing on his land. So we should be okay here. Alright, I don't think we need to do anything else though. Yeah, he can pick that up. He's gonna be leaving his post next turn. I'm just wondering, would my lowest satisfaction take it? Oh, that's expensive retinue. I don't know what to do with you. Give you an item, maybe? Anyways. Alright, that's all done. I don't think there's going to be any change. She's going to ditch, which is a little bit unfortunate. I could just use this before she ditch. It would just increase our overall trade influence with all factions. Alright, we're healing. And we'll be on our way very soon. Because I think she has really good replenishment. Yes, she has insane replenishment. Let's build. I don't think we can build anything. Not with our money. Nope. Let's continue. Ooh, got hit with nighttime raid. It's one of these schemes. I don't know what the actual effect. It's just a supply hit, I think. Guo Si's army doesn't matter. Making it difficult for us to spy. Very difficult for us to spy. Yeah, our spy's returning. Sun Jian has become enemy of the Han. We will continue to be faithful prime ministers. Liu Chong got assassinated by Yuan Shu. What did I tell you? That coalition that they had, or non-aggression that they signed? Dooming themselves. But maybe that means there's some people in their faction who's willing to turn. She's coming back? Okay. Don't really want her. But she might have items. She's heir. Yeah, 2 items. Alright, seeing you level up is great. Can I talk to you guys this turn? Because there's a chance. Not saying we can. Oh, Liu Bei we can piece out very easily. Supposedly we piece out. I think Liu Chong's items will be made available next turn. But it looks like the number's a little high. I want this. Make it happen. You hate us more? What happened? Oh, enemy of the Han. Minus 70. That's not me, my friend. That's not me. That's the Emperor. Do I need to put in a good word for him? I mean, I can, but the Emperor isn't making this marriage easy. We'll figure something out. He's still stuck here. He's actually healing. He took the trade port. Okay, once we get a free hand, we'll go grab him. 2 more turns. Our replenishment's really low. Okay, they do have a second army. That's what they did. They're leaving, which is an opening for us to go take this. Alright, this is going to be a weird place. We're going to have to demolish this. We're going to build the military infrastructure, which is something that just like never build, but we need to be a small city. We're probably going to tax the place like crazy because you can go up to level 5 with small city. And we're just gonna basically deal with rebels and looters all the time with one of these level... What level can we build this in a small city? Level 3. We get a full stack, basically, to help. Which is not a lot, but maybe with a general and a full stack, we can beat any army. Or, alternatively, we can set this up as a looping city, where we just kept an unbreakable general to take care of the enemy forces, and we don't even have to build a military infrastructure. Right? Keep the level low. Just do some food development here, because there's no requirement for the small city we can do. We don't want a small city though. We don't want a small city. So I guess we can get a level 3 without any reforms, and it doesn't have to be a small city. And basically maximize food gains here with the farmland, and maybe build a conscription. Give us some faction-wide. Let's see if there's a requirement here or not. Okay, there's a small city requirement for going beyond level 3, but we can do a level 3 and get +2 seasonal deployment. That's not terrible. Forges, I believe, need to be small city, so we can't do that one. And I think tax collection needs to be small city at certain level. Yeah, level 3. So I could build this. Yeah, there's not a lot we can build early on. I know I wouldn't want this to be a small town. Like, we pretty much would like at least one level up. So we get 2 building slot. And also we get a garrison. Or do we not even need a garrison? Land development. And that's it. We just gotta put one unbreakable general in here. I think that's all we have to do. I have a good candidate. Our wife. She doesn't like the army she's in either, so we're doing her a favor, really. We'll let her get some levels here. Yeah, we're gonna keep it really low level, I think. That might be the way to go. Okay, I think I decided. We're gonna keep that really low level. Plenty of food. Decent economy. I think the crackdown's over. I don't have good reserves, so we can't do that one. Also, no one's happy working here. Li Ru's high enough levels to go do something else, although I could double down on this. The corruption reduction actually helps income as well. No one's actually building anything. We can do industry income here. And we don't have control of Wudu, but we do have control of Jincheng, so we can do another commerce boost. There's plenty of reserves for you to mess up here for a little bit. Alright, let's do that. And there's just no one. Wonder if they will siege. We're about to find out. Give them a chance to attack us. We wouldn't want to have any unhappy generals now, do we? Triple strategist. They're not here to actually farm rebels. There's no more rebels, I believe. Anyways, let's continue real quick. I want to see what Liu Bei does. They signed a peace treaty. Not with us, though. No one passed the faction on. I wonder if this is a turn we can check for. Oh, another thief. Another wrong side of the skill tree, though. Okay. She took the items. So we can try to capture her, grab the items. But I think we'll do that next episode. I think we'll end things here. There's some small headaches that we have to deal with. Yuanshu having land here is not ideal. We want to free up an army to go take care of them, but we also don't have money. Matong declaring war on us is actually a good thing. It opens up a route for us to go expand south. We don't have a trade route anymore with them, which is the bad part, and taking them out will be fine. There's no one in that faction that we need anymore. Matong himself is not worth much. We'll be able to march this army out finally. Replenishment is fine. We'll stop. Well, actually, we can just... Actually, let's do that first, because we'll lose movement when we load. Oh dear, do we get to walk by that army? We don't. It's a trap. I mean, this is the same thing. We heal for the max amount. They're not going to attack us, but it's not going to get a save, which is fine. So we don't get. So we just basically restart back there at the start of the next episode, and we'll move it up to this exact same spot. So nothing really changes, and we'll see what they do. They're going to take our farm, but we have enough food to lose the farm. We'll slow them down a little. We'll be able to grab this in 2 turns, so we'll do that. And once we clear up this area, we'll send our wife to defend here against looters. Lubu can finally sail down after we grab that, and then we can finally challenge them. We want to give them an army before they start sailing down, but we need to make some money first. So I think with this army picking up Wudu will give us some money. And with this army, we can probably pick back Luoyang again, although we can check to see if they built the right buildings here. Yeah, it looks different. You see this little hut? Looks different from there. He built his version. But I think it's only level 1 or level 2. I think it's probably level 2. Maybe level 1, level 2. It'd be nice if it's higher level. Like, we could just nurse it until Liu Bei builds this into really tall and then keep fighting here at Hangul Pass, which I think is okay. Yeah, maybe we just let him rebuild the capital for us, essentially. So our money-making scheme would have to happen on this side. And Lu Bu's army can first... It'll be a couple turns, so we should have this all captured by that time. And then we can probably force... I mean, they're good trade partners. I don't think we want to mess with them. We can just walk through this path down into Zhuo and start taking Liu Yan's land. It's not very lucrative and also put us into a conflict with the Nanman tribes, but we already geared this army up for that with the Juggernaut, so we should do fine. We can take over the entire region of the Yi province. That kind of is the Kingdom of Qin strategy, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and see you guys then. Bye!